My name is Ria Danish, and I'm the QA manager for Paradox Studio Black, working on Crusader Kings 3.
My name is Lucia Zediti, and I'm the lead producer of All Under Heaven, working at PDS Black.
And we are here checking out Crusader Kings 3's latest expansion, All Under Heaven. This has been kind of a request from the community for a pretty long time to explore the Asian regions and give them full storylines. So what made now the right time to approach All Under Heaven?
Right, so just like you say, like the whole community has been super excited for this, and honestly we have been too. Like this, the idea of doing an expansion focused on Asia is something that's been in the plans ever since development actually of the original Crusader Kings 3, the base game then. And we have been just waiting for the right moment, and we feel like now is the time. It's going to add what we consider the full map to the game, which will enable us to just explore different concepts and features that we can do more with in the future, hopefully.
How did you decide like the focus of which leaders and which regions and kingdoms and dynasties that you were going to focus your story points on when it came to designing the campaign for this?
Right, so when it comes to the historical period we're working with, it's pretty limited as it is, so it sort of narrows itself down, right? We have to talk about the Heian period in Japan, for example, because it's the time in history that our game is set in, even though it's not exactly the most, potentially well-known thing in Japan, because when you tell especially someone from the West about Japan, medieval Japan, they're like, oh, samurais. It's not exactly where we are in history with All Under Heaven, but it's a fantasy we try to enable. So even though it's not necessarily historical, it's something that you are allowed as a player to build towards. And when it comes to which regions to focus, well, it's we didn't want to limit ourselves. We didn't want to make an Asia expansion that is China but not anything else, or Japan but not anything else. So we're doing them all, and hopefully doing justice to all of them.
And just to add regarding samurais, like Crusader Kings 3 is a game about fantasies, and if that's a fantasy you want, then you can make it happen as well.
The political nuance of operating like a kingdom in Japan or China is an interesting thing because it's different from like European cultures and different from Western cultures. How did you approach the design of kingdoms and dynasties and other factions in the Asian expansion?
It's actually a really interesting question and a super exciting one for us in the development team. I mean, it's no secret that we're a Western studio. We're based in Stockholm in Sweden, right? So for us, tackling the idea of doing something in a region we've never really explored before was super interesting. So we used a lot of help, actually, both from the community but also several different institutions all around Asia that helped us craft what I think is the ultimate Crusader Kings 3 experience for Asian players. So it's been a super interesting journey, and one I'm happy to be part of.
Something that we started doing in Paradox, I think if you're familiar with EU5, you would have seen the very early development diaries or forum posts. While it's still in the design stage, we would sometimes share, hey, this is what we're thinking of doing. What do you think? Does this appeal to you? So I think at PDS Black, we're also trying to involve our community a lot more these days in our designs. And the earlier we do it, hopefully the better we can deliver on their expectations. And doing this with All Under Heaven, I think, has helped a lot.
As much as this focuses on Chinese and Japanese dynasties and kingdoms, Crusader Kings 3 is a game where, with your expansions, you bring things that everybody can enjoy. Is there anything in particular that you're excited to show players that want to keep playing on their Western kingdoms and storylines?
Absolutely. So we have been actually sharing, now I think we're even releasing today, if I'm not completely wrong, a Dev Diaries showcasing the DLC, and we are getting a lot of responses from our community, especially on the Western side as well. There's a lot of interesting things. I think Japan especially, we've seen a lot of comments about that, the new systems that we have in place there. Fantasies, all of us watch movies and stuff like that from Japan, and I think that's where a lot of people are gonna find fun.
I think playing in Europe in medieval times isn't really complete without being able to reach out to Asia as well, if you would like to. We do have a Silk Road mechanic in All Under Heaven that will allow people still playing in Europe to benefit from innovations discovered way ahead of time in China. At that point, they will travel from the east to west along the Silk Road, And being a ruler on the Silk Road will be something very beneficial for players if it happens to be that the Silk Road is in a stable state, which will tie in very much with the dynastic cycle mechanic in China. If the East is doing well and it's prosperous and innovations are being researched and discovered, the West will also benefit from it.
Of course, one of the biggest fantasies of Crusader Kings is people get to make their own rulers if they want to. Their own custom rulers. Can you speak a little bit to anything exciting coming for custom characters when it comes to All Under Heaven?
Oh, I'm so excited about this. I work with the art team very closely as their manager, and we've just been producing so much fantastic clothes, headpieces, different type of customization options for a character that just looks amazing. I can't wait for players to get their hands on that, and all of it has been very meticulously detailed research that have gone into it. Like I mentioned before, we used a lot of help from our community, but also from different institutions. We've also had some of our, on staff, like they've been on holiday, something, taking pictures in museums and bringing back that information to use then for research purposes. It's extremely detailed and it's all beautiful. I look forward to people making their own rulers in the new DLC.
We do know that people love making their own custom characters. You just played the game, TJ, so you would have seen this. There is a new create your own custom ruler custom character right on the bookmark screen. It's something that we want to bring, sort of to make it more obvious. This is something you can do. This is something you should do. It's fun. Try it. Even though it's not necessarily historical or accurate, you can go off the rails with your crazy rulers, with your custom rulers every time and do crazy stuff. But we want to enable players to do that more.
And to wrap this up, Crusader Kings 3 is a very extensive game, and I imagine it takes up a lot of your time. But what does a Crusader Kings dev play when they're not playing Crusader Kings?
That's a very good question. I joined Paradox as a fan of Paradox games, so I'll play a lot of different Paradox games. But I don't know, is that a cop-out answer to just say other Paradox games? I love playing Final Fantasy, the MMO. Like Final Fantasy 14 is really, really fun, and I fangirled a little bit when I got over to their booth section and saw the Chocobo, so.
So Riyad's main request, when he didn't know that he was coming to Tokyo yet, was, Lucia, please take a picture with the Chocobo, I need to see it. But to answer your question, I play a lot of very different stuff in my free time. A lot of board games, a lot of D&D, and I've been playing Baldur's Gate since forever because it's a huge game.